This video has absolutely nothing to do with Christmas, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to actually make a Christmas video this year, so got to use the tree for something. So, welcome back to Thesis Pending. It's been about 5 months since I last did an update on this weekly series, so let's update you. How is things going? How is my life? I can't actually remember what I said in the last video, but yes, I'm currently in my second 6-month extension. These things happen, it's life. My deadline is the end of January, so I have approximately 6 weeks until I have to submit. So, where am I at? How are things going? Actually pretty positive right now. Things are actually going pretty great. The last 3 weeks, I've probably done as much work and achieved as much as I have through the rest of 2018. Which really goes to show what you can achieve when your mental health isn't all messed up. In the last couple of weeks, I have finished technically my second draft, but really my first, because my first draft was very bare bones. And so finished my first draft of my literature chapter. I redrafted my pilot studies chapter and the first main study chapter, and I am now working on my second and final major study, and I'm cautiously optimistic it could be done by tomorrow. And I only started doing the reworking yesterday, so it's going really well. Yesterday I managed to write 2,500 words on this chapter. This is my to-do list, see if I can get it all in frame. I use a nice big notebook. I've got every single task that I need to do to get the chapter finished from the feedback from my supervisor looking at the first draft of it. There will probably be some more things when I read through once this is done and like, oh, actually that needs fixing, that needs more detail, maybe I should have actually analysed this thing, I'll go back to my data, that kind of thing. But this should get it to a good state. I can't actually tell from here how well you can see this. I think you can see this. So I've crossed out the things that I've done. The little stickers are marking tasks for today, which already I have peeled off these ones here that are crossed out. If it could focus, come on, focus, hello. Yeah, these ones are the tasks that I've already done today. So yeah, I've actually added these two stickers on because they weren't tasks I was supposed to do today, but these were all pretty quick. Yeah, it's going well. So basically what I need to do, today anyway, is just a couple of fixing up a graph that's not very well labelled, and like my supervisor was just like, what is this? Like, that is fair. I don't know what that is. And there's one major bit of reworking I need to do. Basically, I didn't analyse or compare a couple of factors that I probably should have. So it hopefully won't be too major, just going back to some spreadsheets, pulling some numbers together and doing like possibly a regression, like comparing these factors, or just kind of eyeballing the numbers and discussing sort of that kind of way. But it's not too major, but it's more major than just, this point isn't clear enough, which is what 90% of the comments from my supervisor are. It's, what did you mean by this? Like, I don't know, I wrote this 6 months ago. And I don't know what my brain was thinking at the time, because, yeah. So that's, yeah, where I'm at. So what is my current plan? I don't want to be writing right up until the deadline, but I think that is what's going to happen. My intention is to have a complete draft of my thesis by the end of December. So that gives me 2 weeks. This chapter might even be done today, most likely tomorrow, if I'm honest. So then that chapter should be done for the submission, like, equivalent. Like, I don't think it'll need another redrafting. It'll need corrections, let's be honest. But it will be fine enough to go for submission Viva stage. So then I just need to go back to my methods chapter, which is half done. In my methods, so the idea of the methods chapter is to talk about all the different kinds of experimental procedures you're going to use, what you're drawing them from, other previous experiments that have used these sorts of things. So far all I've done is talk about the development of the code that I've used for my apps, which isn't a focus of my research, but I spent so much time on it, I do want to include a bit about, hey, so this is the process that took place to get all these different apps made. So most of my methods chapter is not written. I've got a lot of notes, I've got a lot of papers I need to reread about things like mixed methods research and all this sort of fun stuff, the various because for all of my studies, I've used like this self-assessment of sense of direction from a paper from the mid-2000s, which a lot of people use, but I've still got to talk about why I've used it and all that, justify using it, that kind of thing. So yeah, but that chapter, I'm hoping a couple of days, and then I need to write my discussions chapter, which I'm hoping, because so much of this is so fresh in my mind that I've written most of this thesis in the last couple of weeks. I'm hoping writing the discussions chapter will just be kind of, I will word vomit into my computer and then tidy it up. That's kind of my hope. And yeah, then I can get a full draft of my thesis. I mean, conclusions chapter as well. Don't forget the conclusions chapter, but that should be fairly short. The whole point of that is, here's a summary of what my thesis is about and what this means. So I'm hoping that won't take too long to write. And then I can send all of that to my supervisor for him to have a quick look over and give me some feedback. And hopefully there will then be time in January for him to have a proper look at it, give me some thoughts. I will make those changes and then get it printed out and bound and submitted and do all the bureaucracy that is required with submission. So yeah, it's going well. Like it's frustrating looking at how much I've been able to do in the last couple of weeks and how it's taken me so long to get to the mental state that I'm able to do this. Like, it's frustrating when I know that if my mental health had been better, I could have done this a year ago, which is really frustrating. But it's life. Can't change what's happened. I can only change what is going to happen. So, gonna do some more stuff. I mean, also pointing out all these things that I've done and how I've almost finished all the tasks that I allotted for today. It's only 9:20 in the morning. I've got all day to do this. So, who knows? Maybe I will actually fix everything today. So probably there will be a couple of quick updates in this series over the next couple of weeks, because like everything is happening. Yeah, and I will probably do a little vlog when I go to Nottingham and submit the actual bound thesis. But yeah, that's a couple of weeks off, but hopefully that'll happen. I think I might keep this series going until I've actually passed my Viva and all that stuff as well. We'll still keep this thesis pending, sort of. I got to crack on with editing this video really quick and then go and do some more work. So, great. If you're watching this on the day it uploaded, this is like literally today. I'm just, yeah. Great. I don't know how to end this video. I not planned that at all. Do I normally do anything at the end of these videos? It's been a while. No, I'll keep you posted. Yeah, cool. I've had a lot of caffeine.